Have got the old Master Taz waiting for them as he takes a bit of damage to fall back.
Yeah, what a great map for Taz to start out on. He's so good in this position. Early information, he'll fall back. And he's going to get up a lot of ground inside of the site because with pistols, yeah, we know it's I mentioned this last week as well, just an easier plant to get to with speed on the T side. So rather than Taz trying to fight this and have a hard time with the USP, have to get an awkward reload in there potentially with only 12 bullets of doing so, he'll fall back, let the rotations come in, and they'll play a straight-up retake game. So smoke off on the first alley, that'll allow the bomb to go in, and Cloud9, it's going to be a 10-man alive situation for this retake. And look at how far Stewie's gone up. He's actually gone up all the way down the sidewalk. That would have been huge if he could hold off the rotations, but already taken out by Bialy. Taz wraps back around to try and cover off and help his teammates get through, but he's fallen, and they have to wrap the long way around where Automatic is still wreaking havoc. He gets 2 kills overall to start this off, and the Molotov's going to hold Virtus Pro out. Cloud9's in a great position to take this first pistol as the bomb continues to tick. There's a kit on Pasha. He's picked that up on the way through, but Automatic's still just holding this off. They're buying so much time. There's going to be a counter peek shortly. There has to be one coming out from Shroud, and there it is. He'll close the round.
Nice way to open things up. Cloud9 there towards that inside execution. 2 smokes dropped in. The flashbangs drop as well. And like you said, 10 players alive when the bomb's going down as well. It's very rare for that to happen. Virtus Pro on the full retake there. But you can see the terrorists coming in from all angles as well.
Virtus Pro, they respond, and Bialy with the shot.
It's definitely setting the tone for the game here. Cloud9 with a great start getting their opening pick, but they heavily committed there running into the stack. They could have slowed things down, but they opted to go together and actually got segregated as they started dropping the frags there. It was Bialy to finish things off. Skadoodle with the scout in hand. I thought he had a chance there to finish it off, but not meant to be. As we do go into round number 3 here, it's going to be a forced buy in return. The war of attrition begins because looks like Neo's going to kick things off with a scout headshot. Shroud trying to show his presence towards main entrance. He gets shut down straight away. The rest of his teammates will be heading in towards the inside area. They have got smokes available. The idea is just to get a plant down, try and make things uncomfortable for the CTs, but Taz, he's ready for it. Standing above the smoke that potentially may be coming in.
Taz just waiting as well to see if anyone's going to push down with that UMP. As you say, they'll want to start from Neo in this round. And Virtus Pro take all the momentum away from Cloud9 immediately. They overcommit on the outer site. Now they go toward inner. They will push Taz back. Again, it's easier to get a plant on this site in these situations when you don't have the weaponry. It's all positional, but it is Taz. He's so good here. He's going to wrap around. He will eventually go down, but it doesn't matter because bomb, it might be planted, which gives some money to Cloud9. The kills all stack up for Virtus Pro.
Pretty clean round there for VP. The bomb is going to be planted, though, for Cloud9. So they're managing to get themselves in a position in that first gun round to actually have the AK. Potentially they could do the AWP as well. We'll see how that works out for them. But a pretty clean round overall for Virtus Pro. Like he said, Taz so strong in that inside area, managing to hold them back for as long as possible, allowing the rotations coming from his teammates, and 4 players survive as well. So, looking at the money for Cloud9, Skadoodle does have 4K, and the rest of his teammates will just get some upgraded pistols at this stage. And once again, try and get the bomb down. Round number 4. At this point, Virtus Pro once again try and keep as many players alive as possible. We have got 1 smoke for Skadoodle, flashbang as well. Probably going to be using that smoke towards maybe lower ramp on the bomb side itself, just try and force another plant coming in. It's pretty much all you can hope for in these rounds, but the Deagles certainly can make things interesting on a map like Train.
Quick shot, tag from Neo this time, not a headshot. He's got an opportunity to follow it up, but of course, if you're going to follow it up with a jumping scout at least. I did see a few people in chat wondering about the sounds. It is the old patch, just to clarify, if no one's been watching since the patch was released yesterday, if you haven't tuned in throughout the course of the weekend. Too many changes and bugs with the jumping to try and put it into a tournament midway through. Bialy's going to cover off Stewie as he falls down in Pop Dog. Automatic on 16 HP, and Cloud9, it's just about going through the motions at this point. Get what you can in terms of frag money. Maybe take a few guns down, force some reinvestment, but really they're just looking forward to the gun round in the next.
Yeah, very clean round so far for VP, not giving anything away. It's only Bialy taking a bit of damage here. So Skadoodle in the box, the last player remaining, goes down towards Pop Dog. He does get finished off there. So VP, after losing the pistol, certainly bouncing back. And we do have the full buy coming in now for Cloud9. It'll be interesting to see what they bring to the table. AWP almost certainly coming out for Skadoodle. We know they have an array of set pieces and they can run the fast defaults as well. Primarily going to be trying to use Skadoodle to find those first picks, and actually could be going in for this fast main push. 4 players actually fully committing at the start of the round.
Molotov timed well. It's going to segregate them slightly. There's 2 people in, 2 people out. They're going to push through it regardless. As Neo tries to fire back in through the first alley, he can't find it. Automatic's wrapped to hell quickly, very quickly, when you consider that no one right now is anchoring toward that Ivy position, but Pasha, it's because he's pushed. Skadoodle, he's going to get just far enough down the alleyway, but Pasha, it might be a P90. He can just sit and just hold his trigger. Wait it out, they spot him though. They turn around, and what a shot from nothing. What a reaction from nothing, because that nearly cost them. And just by chance, they jump back and spot him coming through. He had triggered discipline. He could have lined up more in that situation, so a bit of luck, but it's still Taz 1 versus 3 as a result, and Skadoodle's gonna close it down. Virtus Pro, they may still have the lead, but the first gun goes back the way of Cloud9.
Yeah, I said these guys had similar play styles on this map, especially it's going to be that fast main take with the Seth smokes as they go in as well, dropping the Molotov to flashbangs. It all comes down to that first pick. Once they pick it up as well, the bomb's planted, and the rotation shot trying to come in from the CT. Still, it's one of those rounds they didn't have the AWP. VP trying to do what they can. We saw Pasha pushing towards Ivy quickly, and he could have done a lot of work there had he timed it potentially a little bit better, but it's difficult when nothing's turning around in those sort of shots. But we go into a double AWP setup from the CTs in round number 6. Same story for Skadoodle. He'll be open by himself. The smokes are deployed once more. As he's holding towards T-Spawn and seeing whether a player like Pasha will be pushing Ivy once again.
And it was interesting because Pasha, we said that there was no one watching out toward Ivy. The timing of his push based on the speed that Cloud9 had, they couldn't see down hell, which allowed automatic in, and he nearly makes up for it, but it just happened to spot him. So ZOWIE this time already clearing out the corner, trying to push back any bit of map control they can. This double up setup though. Snax is playing aggressively toward A main. And you said if Pasha's gonna push, this time it's Bialy that's gonna get out in a position. He may not wrap all the way around, but it's gonna cut them off. They're gonna have no idea that he's there. And he could wrap back in and try and catch them when they go down Pop Dog. He's gonna have to go, and if he's going, make a decision now, because Snax is left alive inside of the site with an AWP. There's nothing he can do from that position. They just swarm on top of him, and Automatic's gonna search towards CT stairs. Bialy's trying it. He's gonna try and buy some time, but the bomb's gonna go down already. Neo, a good pickup onto Automatic. That'll give them a chance still with the perimeters covered off, but Skadoodle's anticipating this. They haven't seen a third member in this site. They've, again, not seen anyone toward Ivy, so his awareness, his senses, he's got the right indication. Scope in, though. That's gonna be heard. Bialy knows he's there. He's already looking for it as a result. That gives him away, and now they can start pushing back into the site. It gives Neo a chance, and Neo's gonna take 2. A little noise, and it's a noise too much as they walk back in, and Bialy holds it together.
Lovely round there. 4 kills in total for Neo, stepping up tremendously there for his team there. Cloud9 having that man advantage. You can see Skadoodle, the timing is working out horribly for him. They're in a position, the bomb's planted, they've got positions controlled, but Skadoodle turns away at the wrong time. He goes down, and then VP capitalized, Neo especially, just pincering in, grinding them down player by player, and it's going to be a second gun round going in favor of VP, bouncing back. We'll see the economy, how it sits for Cloud9 going into the next round. It's going to be a partial buy here. They've got the Tech 9s, the Desert Eagles. And these sort of rounds, you want to be doing the set piece. You want to drop all the smoke, see if you can get the plants down. Against a double AWP setup as well, this could be effective, especially if you get the plant down. And unfortunately for Cloud9, it's Neo doing things up. He's taking that stride. He's gone aggressive towards that upper platform area. It is shutting down any sort of potential they had of taking over that area. 5 versus 4 now. And still aggressive. Just trying to take them down any way they can.
ZOWIE on 28 HP. Gonna try and push through the smoke, catch them off. He does have a Tech 9. There's a bit of smoke wall in front, so they almost get the chance to push up, but Bialy spots him coming through. Bomb plant out of this, though. Inside of the smoke, they're gonna try and bring that down. Automatic, he's just done it, and a kill from nothing's actually gonna give them a bit more of a chance to try and hold this off. Maybe take some more guns, make it awkward, as Automatic will get Bialy. Taz does spot him back, and it's still looking Virtus Pro's way, as nothing would have to be almost a hero in this situation with 23 HP and a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, not really much he can do here. The bomb has been planted. It's a decent round overall for Cloud9. Getting a couple of kills, the plant down as well, means they will be decent for a buy going into the next one. So that gives them an extra $800, of course. Just trying to do what they can, but 5-2 on the CT side here. VP, and after losing the pistol, getting straight back into this.
And 2 rounds in a row that they've gotten the bomb down. So that extra $800 times 2, that's a massive difference when you consider the buy that they've now brought out. And they have they're just light. They're actually $50 light of bringing out an AWP on Skadoodle.
Well, we'll see what they can bring to the table here. You're right, it's 5 AK-47s. They have got the smokes and Molotovs to work with, though. As Chad pointed out on the desk, they are a team that goes under a plan, it seems, every single round. They're relying on the confidence of their star players, especially the likes of Automatic and Stewie as well. Seems to be a great fragging partnership. No real aggression in the CTs this round. A pretty basic round for them going into it. It's number 8 and Taz. He's alone towards inside once again. They've got no presence towards upper this time. So Taz needs to be aware that this could be a problem for him. As Stewie, he gets towards that area and Neo's rotating in. He's not one of the AWPers this time. It's Pasha and Snax, and no AWP towards the B side for now. This could be one of the full inside executions. We know Cloud9 have these available. It's that inferno towards the lower ramp that actually forces the CTs to rotate out. And with 4 players committed to this side, I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to be dropped. Skadoodle with the bomb just now, showing some presence towards main. This just could be a contact play out of upper ramp by the looks of things.
Taz waiting for the drop in. He's been patient. They're going to know he's there. Second member doesn't spot it. Automatic didn't go immediately for the refrag and fall into the clutches of Taz, so he does get the response. That gives him a chance to push forward now. And a flash out, he's gone all the way toward this smoke. smartly not going to try to push through it, but he wants to hold this off. Same thing we talked about in the pistol. They're just trying to keep the CTs well at bay. But Bialy, he's going to try and push immediately back in the other direction, which is now going to be a bit of a problem. Automatic, good position, though. He can just sit here, wait it, time it. Oh, sprays a little soon, though. Can't get the kill. Gives it away. Good response, though, as he does. Get Neo back, but Neo found Skadoodle immediately beforehand, and therefore it was all left to nothing once more. And as we mentioned, coming in from the other direction, they're already on the defuse.
Yeah, VP reacting quite nicely there as a team ace. Everyone picking up a single kill. It's Cloud9. They know Taz likes to play this inside area by himself. They take a little bit of a risk there, walking in towards that round, trying to find that first kill. But the two-man stack this time from VP. They take down that first player, and they're just delaying the plant as long as possible. It does go down, and Automatic's trying to do what he can, pushing down towards that connector. Definitely had opportunities there to find frags, but unfortunately, in the mist spray means he gives away his position, finds the kill on the upper ramp, but ultimately, VP picking up another round here. It looks like the eco, maybe it's a partial buy this time for Cloud9. Armor, Tech 9, some CZ, smokes once again. VP, certainly the dominating factor here. And we go into round number 9. Still going to have that double up set up and just having their bank account swell right now. There's the Eagles, CZs, Tech 9s, trying to get that plant down once again, but Snacks looking for the first pick and main entrance.
Trying to find it, but doesn't want to push any further than he is. It may present... Oh. Is that one of those moments that we all hate, where he almost gets caught with the nade out after watching it with the scope? Right. You get impatient. Thankfully, no counter peek comes in. Even though it's a pistol, it could have been costly. Child waiting for the push as well. But VP starting to change that up. They haven't gone to that push again since, and it's just Pasha to anchor off and play off Snacks, who's well back inside of the site. They know the situation in terms of money. They don't want to let these pistols get too close, but the wall of smokes again from Cloud9. They are showing some execution on Train. We talked about that, the lack of execution on Mirage earlier, but it's still a perfect position for Snacks to see above it. He gets 2 on the way through, and it's Neo to pull back one of his own. Can't find the second, as nothing will get Pasha down. It's nothing that's just, again, alive in a 1 versus 4. Tech 9's going to give him an extra kill. Gets around the corner, not quite. Snacks will catch him. 7-2 now, so the rounds seem exciting. They seem close. Cloud9's playing with some speed. They're getting bomb plants down, but overall, Virtus Pro's taking the gist of them.
Yeah, absolutely. It was that first successful round. I'd like to see more of that from Cloud9. The fast-paced main takes and actually staying as a tight unit. We've said that throughout this tournament. They look a lot stronger. They stick together, and they allow their star players actually get in positions where they can be making the headshots. So far, these set pieces, yeah, they're getting the bomb down, but they're losing players in the process as well. And that's still what they bring to the table here. They have got the AWP back in Skadoodle's hand as well. It's an important factor. If he can find that first pick, it certainly does open up the possibilities going forward. So it's going to be a full deep over Cloud9. They have got the smokes available still, 5 for them to be exact, 2 Molotovs. Skadoodle still tries to work that pick. Snacks, though, not known to be passive. I'm sure he'll be picking in return. There he is on top of the Ivy train, looking for that initial pick, just waiting for Skadoodle to expose himself a little bit more.
I mean, this is the thing. The double up setup, Pasha's there as well to try and get a refrag on it, but Snacks has been playing that same angle, and they haven't found a way to counter him. Not even flashes. The smokes go out. He still has good vision above it. And here we go again. Same thing. Back out toward Ivy as they start to probe for information, but nothing. He's back toward T-spawn. He may spot those nades coming through. Yeah, and there's the smoke. All right. He'll just sit, wait, try and figure this out. Ooh, boost above it. He's seen it. He saw the jump animation. He sees it again, but it's a better boost. They go on top of the dumpster. They're 3 stories high, and it's 1 too many for, unfortunately, nothing to read. It's going to be Skadoodle pulling it back, though. He will find Snacks as they're occupied, still rotating back in the site. It gives him a chance to push up into the lane as well. And a second shot. Lovely stuff. Bialy goes down, but not before Neo did find a kill, so it is still 3 versus 3, and Neo, speaking of, top of the bomb train, he's got a no-scope, and Stewie just walks immediately into him. Bomb's still up, it's still in their hands, but there's not a smoke wall, it's wide open, and Taz with a great shot to follow it up as well. He's got 2 on the rotation.
I think Cloud9 need to take a pause there. They're not looking their usual selves. They look a little bit too static for me. They normally know this to be so fast, so aggressive, and that's what we saw in the first gun round. They're working these defaults at the moment. You can see Virtus Pro almost toying with them. This boost, I haven't actually seen that before. It's actually very intelligent. You can see they're waiting for it as well. Nothing knows it's coming in. He's spraying the smoke, but gets picked by the AWP, and now we have yet another eco for Cloud9. VP definitely coming out on top in a lot of these exchanges, and look at the setup now. 3 orbs to the CT side. It's unorthodox, and this could be a problem for them going forward, especially if those wall of smokes keep coming in. But for now, VP are hitting absolutely everything with the orbs, it seems, so why not? Chuck another one into the mix.
And it's going to be over toward B that the additional one comes in, because unorthodox, they're playing a double up setup on the A site, which doesn't always lend itself, because we talk about, specifically when we talk about Freeze, we talk about this. There's so many close angles inside that quad position that the AWP often can be overwhelmed from, but they're playing it with elevation. They're getting up on top of the trains to see about these smokes. So Neo, with the additional one, catches them off. Stewie walks around the corner and upper, and he gets absolutely blasted. It's going to be Bialy. Takedown automatic, and Taz again, this is his spot. This exact rail on the inside of the bomb train is where he goes nuts. And he gets 2 immediately on the way through again, though. It is traded, but not for long, as Virtus Pro. It's 9 rounds now.
Well, now we have these
And there it
three
is.
It's timeout, it has to. You can see they're not the same team we've been watching throughout this tournament. This is similar to what we saw in Kiev. They're not the same aggressive unit, the confident unit. They need to get going first. So they picked up the pistol in the first gun round as well. They've been shut down across the board. You can see VP on the screen looking very confident right now, very happy. Nothing's really tested them in these tight situations towards the end as we get to round number 12. Cloud9 just needs to readjust. Like I said, the sticking of the tighter unit, the basic rounds can be the best ones as well. I'd like to see more of the aggressive stuff, just getting out together and trying to challenge them. We know they've got that great inside execution as well. Let's do a default. Let's use all the smokes we have. That actually locks out the AWPs, of course, get a plant down, and let's allow some of our players, like Automatic who's on your screen right now, to actually have an opportunity to actually use his aim. And right now, they're getting picked off one by one in these defaults. I think they need to maybe just hold up at the start, wait for the initial aggression, and let's try towards inside. The 3 ops has surely got to be a downfall for Virtus Pro at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you can isolate them, they have to get inside the sites first. They're getting picked off on the perimeter.
You can drop all those drop all the Molotovs, the smokes on the inside side, have your players push through as well, watching the rotations. I think that's the correct call at this point. The inside side's got to be the linchpin, considering Taz is normally there by himself.
And doesn't this always seem to be the case with Virtus Pro? The North American killer, we said at Cloud9's never beat them in a best of 3. And it's the tale of two, one team that's with 2 different faces. And when they show up in games like this, especially against Cloud9, they just start to roll them.
They look rigid right now, Cloud9. They've had a lot of flair this tournament. They've looked like they don't really care about the result. They're just playing as a unit and displaying great individual skill. So far, though, Stewie, 4 for 11, Shroud, 2 for 9. No one's really stepping up here. Skadoodle's had some impressive picks, but they haven't equated 2-round victories at this stage.
And to be fair, Automatic, it's not surprising to see him at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, he's doing his best.
And it's not even the fact that he's fighting entry kills, it's the positioning. He's getting aggressive when they get to that B site and taking a forward stance.
What do they bring to the table here? There is money available to buy. Scoreline is currently 9-2. It's been a very quick half here. Neo is knife up for now. I'll be interested to see whether he does keep that third orb. It's definitely not something we've seen, although we have seen 5 before from SK.
We have. That's true. And SK, why not? They can get away with that kind of stuff.
Apparently so.
Snap through, see if I can find... Well, we'll find out. Yeah, there it is. So this third op's still up, no surprise.
So Neo's got that great spawn as well. If he gets towards the upper platform area, it means he can actually play that by himself. Taz can fall back towards outer. Neo just needs to set up his position here, and then once he gets control of it, that's actually a really strong position to be in.
This is the response. We haven't seen Cloud9 put a lot of pressure onto Ivy. They've been getting pushed from that position 3 times, in fact. So let's get some people there. Let's get a default where we try and hold that off and push them back, force at least some attention. And oddly enough, well, Virtus Pro's giving it the attention. It's going to be a try and baiting in toward Bialy. And he's got the lineup. He's got the gun barrel showing. He pops back out. It is nothing to hold true, but he's in the open, exposed, and Pasha's got the kill back. So I like the idea because it does pull the CTs back in the site. And that's why Skadoodle and Automatic now have some room to wiggle with.
3 on 3. Definitely something to work with, and that's a big peel from Automatic. He finds a double as well on the bomb site. 3 versus 1. Neo just has the AWP, and he's removing the situation as well. He was holding those inside areas, but doesn't nail the shot. And finally, Cloud9, after the pause, do get something rolling here. You're absolutely right. Working towards Ivy, got it down to an equal situation. And Automatic, as I was all kicking off towards that area, he's walking out towards the bomb train, out of main entrance, and gets himself a nice double kill to get them finally another round of the board here. It's been a while.
And just that little change, even though they lost the exchange at Ivy, it just gives them so much more room to work with. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see that more regularly out of the default, but right now Cloud9 going to change it up, go fast pace.
This is better.
This pace worked for them this morning against Envious. Bialy has a good spot against it. Smoke's out, he won't be able to see through from E-Box, so now he turns his attention to watch the bottom of Pop Dog. That's where Shroud is trying to make his mends. Through, Smoke in front of him, though. And the Canadian will have to sit and hold for just a second longer. Bialy's going to backpedal on this spot, 1 on the ladder. Good movement mechanic gets him off of it, though, gets him out of trouble, but Shroud drops. Bialy finds a slight gap. He's going to charge through. He gets caught in the end. And Skadoodle taking down Snacks. It's on to Neo, though, and he gets aggressive. So they just keep going in waves right now. It's just non-stop aggression from Virtus Pro to shut down this fast pace of Cloud9, and nothing's forced out. He's got the bomb, but 1 minute and 9 seconds, and they've got 3 players that are already probing the map, including Pasha pushing Ivy, which means he's going to have all the awareness and information.
Yeah, Cloud9 trying that fast approach once again, but this time Virtus Pro is playing in front of the smokes. They're actually looking for the kills. It's Bialy to find 2, and then the AWP is chiming in as well, Pasha and Neo. Nothing does have the bomb, 55 seconds to play with, but right now he needs a CD to make a mistake. You can see him just holding towards Pop Dog, hoping someone wants to do his crosshair. For now, there's not really a reason to. You can see Taz, he's more than happy to play inside by himself against 1 player. Neo and Pasha can just hold out towards outside, but what's the play here for nothing? How does he get into this situation? What can he do to find some room?
Well, he's going to try and wait this, use time to his advantage. 30 seconds still. But he's spotted immediately. Pasha's gone already hits Ivy. It's exactly that. Full reset at 10-3. Virtus Pro questioned this map themselves for a while. We knew they, in our opinion, you and I talked about it, they were the best in the world on this. Better than Na'Vi, better than SK. The one team that did give them a bit of trouble was TSM, and I think that rode in their minds a little bit, and they started to doubt it. They've got the form back. The last 2 weeks, they've looked great on this map.
Yeah, they look incredibly confident right now. We have a change of formation, though, for VP. You can see Snacks has brought out the Max 7. Why not? Not going to be the double orb setup this time. It will be Pasha towards Ivy with that weapon. We do have a partial buy here from Cloud9, so automatic. He's on for the AK himself. He said he's probably the best fragger right now on Cloud9 in terms of this map, and we'll see what he can do with this weapon. His teammates have upgraded pistols with him. The smokes and Molotovs are deployed, and can automatic find anything with this AK.
It's an interesting position, though, because he gets to quad. The shotgun's just waiting. He's right below him. He just shoots straight up. Virtus Pro are looking to find 11 rounds early. Bombs dropped on the way through. The plants aren't even coming in from Cloud9. That was one thing they had going for them in the early rounds. At the very least, they were getting bombs down.
Well, after winning the pistol as well, I have to say this has been a disappointing half from Cloud9 overall. They're trying everything, though, to be fair. They have tried the aggressive stuff. They tried the set pieces. We haven't seen too much towards inside. Like I said, we know they've got that great execution. Maybe that's the last-ditch attempt here on train. Go towards in and see what we can do in that area. But to be fair, VP, this team absolutely lights out right now, hitting absolutely everything. And the last buy comes in. It's round number 15. As we have a UMP for automatically AWP in Skadoodle's hand, though. He has been finding picks and he can't close out these rounds. Taz by himself in there. This is possibly a chance to actually do something with it. We haven't got Neo rotating with him. And nothing. He's getting pushed again once towards Ivy.
Yeah, and look at Neo. Front of the site as well, inside of A. They've got so much control. Again, nothing. 1 for 1. They're trying to combat it. Again, we saw the 2 players there. That round that actually worked. I'm surprised they haven't gone back to it since. This time they were sitting and waiting for the push, as nothing did before. And again, he goes down. Pasha's going to try and get clever. Sit. Play off his team. Neo's going to come out, try and bait him in. But this is going to be a rotation around at Snacks. This is the other position. We talk Pasha, Ivy, we talk Taz. He's exactly this. Gone up the ladder, and he's got it. Automatic goes down. He's so good at lurking in this situation. He realizes, too, it's the bomb. But he is going to backpedal slightly. There's no one else out there to support him, so there's no sense giving himself up in basically an odd peak situation where multiple guys come there from Cloud9 and give it up to a 3 versus 3. So back to the A side, he'll go play with Neo. Pasha's still rotating around to try and flank in, and Taz just has to buy a little bit of space. A little bit of time, 38 seconds.
Look at this, Pasha, though.
Perfect. He's right behind them right now. He's going to have vision as well. Taz finds the kill on upper. Stewie goes down, and here it is. Pasha jumping down with style. He's got the first kill, and it's just Skadoodle 1 versus 4. Quick shot top stairs, thinking he might still be there to try and peek against, and he misses the one on top. Train nearly gets the no-scope, but Neo, he'll close it, hit it in 12-3 at half. The first half of the grand final, Virtus Plow is firmly pushing North Americans aside once again.
Yeah, it seems like Cloud9 haven't showed up for this, but VP certainly have. You can see Cloud9, they don't look their usual selves. They don't have the flair we're so used to seeing here. To be fair, they're trying absolutely everything. They've tried the fast stuff. They tried the executions, just not working out for them. VP relentless in their aggression, their perfect timings as well. This round is Snacks. We are watching him go up towards Pop Dog. I could just see it unfolding as well. The smart thing he did as well, yes, he has the bomb there, but he doesn't have to commit to it. He knows if he dies, they're right back into that round. He falls down back towards Pop Dog, gives the information to his teammates as well. They're running out of time. They recover the bomb and commit towards inner. Pasha's pushed Ivy. They know it's 100% going to be an inside attack. He's coming in beside them. They just got it locked down. It's quite beautiful to watch our CD defensive side and just the way they're reading the game at this moment. But 12-3 after winning the pistol, you have to say, man, that's a very disappointing first half here in the grand final.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you saw in that little pre-game video, you saw this exact guy, Shroud, saying it's really good to be back in a final. It's really good to have our form back. Well, you might be in the final, but you're not really playing it, are you?
This is the final they wanted. They want to be tested by the best team here.
They're currently rated by HLTV standards. Now, of course, that does include Na'Vi. They slipped last week. That took them down a notch, but it also includes the transaction of Simple joining the roster. So they're kind of, I think, still a little bit above them. But right now, according to the rankings, they're number 5 in the world, which is among the highest positions they've ever been. I think 4 was where they peaked last year.
Well, then we have got an aggressive Ivy push here from Cloud9. Looking for this first pick. He's automatic to look for it, but he gets taken down by Bialy as well. But Shroud fighting back, looking for the 2. He actually does pick it up. It's going to be nothing to finish it off, but 4 versus 3. A chance to get back in this game, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly that. Good double push on Ivy. Rotation's coming around this wall. They've got 2 players inside of B. Skadoodle just watching them down the sidewalk, but the smoke's out in front of him. Taz is going to go across into the site. Good spot.
Shot.
Nice shot indeed. Stewie's on 11 HP on that, and they have to wait for these rotations. Taz, he's going to try and wreak havoc further onto him, but Stewie hits a shot from far. So that 11 HP is enough, and suddenly Shroud shows up, and it's going to be another kill. Taz is left alone. Bomb's ticking. He's gone away from it. He's trying to hold off these rotations. They can actually try and push directly onto it and get the defuse. Doesn't matter. They'll get the kill to do so. And they'll get a 4th round. They'll get the start they need. Now, remember, they did win the first half pistol as well and got ecoed, so let's make sure they avoid that first and foremost.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility against VP, but they did get the bomb down here. It would be audacious, to say the least, to force by here on the 2nd round. Considering the lead they have, surely get the AKs out on the 3rd. Let's finish this off properly. We'll see what they decide to do. I think that will be the approach. Just some PD-50s purchased, some Glocks as well. A couple of smokes, maybe towards lower ramp and connector. Try and get the bomb down once again. Really boost their chance to potentially get the AWP out on that first gun round. We'll see how it pans out for them, but I like this. They've got this huge lead right now. Don't need to force themselves into unfavorable situations. Let's make sure we do this properly. So it will be towards inner by the looks of things. I would speculate the smokes will go down towards lower end connector, but let's see what they decide to do. Looking at the CT buy, 2 rifles, make it 3 with the FAMAS. And it's Stewie going aggressive on the lower ramp here. He needs to be very careful here.
They're walking in, though. They're spread out. He's got a chance. First one's a tag, wants the rest of it, but smartly considers it. And Stewie's got 1. Stewie's got 2. He is the 2K, but that's all he gets because Automatic now has to come around. They're going to try and get toward the site and get a fast bomb plant toward B. That's all they wanted of this Virtus Pro. And they've actually faked that they've gone toward it, and they're going to wrap around the white train, which leaves Automatic in the open. He suddenly realized, wait a minute, where did they go? And they're behind him. It's Skadoodle and nothing. Bomb going to go down finally. That will get kills in return. It's just Neo against 3. Nothing's on 3 HP as well.
If he can find one more kill, that'd be fantastic for VP, but that was very smart indeed, right? You can see them, that little movement jump that Neo uses as a bounce in front of the bomb site there. You're absolutely right. They try to bait it. They're planting the default spot, actually run around the side of the train and find the ensuing CT pushing onto that position. The bomb's planted once again. That's actually a massive problem for Cloud9 going forward. There's going to be a lot of money available for VP going into this next round. And there's definitely an all potential. It's going to be Neo picking it up straight away. He throws it over to Snacks. And we have got an AWP available for Cloud9 as well, so still within this round, but it's a scary prospect.
Indeed.
It's going to be eco for whoever loses this round, so Cloud9 really need to pick this one up. It'll be 13-5 if they don't. Thomas in the hands of nothing. AWP and Skadoodle, though. That's the important factor going into round number 18.
Justifier into the flash. Snacks has now got the angle held in return in case they want to get aggressive. And I really want this game to erupt.
Yeah.
There's a chance it might now that we get the guns out. Symmetrical by Cloud9 side. Shot through, though. Pasha down the Ivy position once more. Smoke to the left. This is a play they created. Virtus Pro, and it works. Shroud gets caught on that. Now they can push to the right. The wraparound strategy, as it gives him a longer angle to peek through from as well. And now it's Neo in from Pop Dog. This is a perfect split so far toward the site. And they've got nothing in response. Cloud9, they're tagged up. Nothing's on an AWP. They definitely have nothing in response. Nothing in the grave, but Automatic and Stewie do find at least 2 kills to make things interesting still. Pasha's on 9 HP as well. They bought a little bit of time, and he's going to try and rotate this bomb at least to Pop Dog, perhaps go in. Or no, he's gone down the ladder, so smartly so, because Stewie would have beat him to the site, and that could have cost them a problem if the bomb went down.
Still around a minute to play with here, so Pasha with the bomb, he's going towards inside. Stewie can't really justify leaving his teammate alone. They need to work together here to have a chance in this 3-on-2. You're right, Pasha's low, but he has got the bomb. Stewie has to go and check inside now. Time ticking away. This probably will be their last commitment, but look at Taz. He's just trying to be a nuisance towards outside, listening for any rotations, any footsteps will give him an advantage here, but it looks like Cloud9 are deciding it's going to be an inside attack as Stewie has the AWP.
Automatic's gone by Taz, though. Will he call that he's gone
away
toward?
here.
If he gets up Pop Dog right now and Taz doesn't call this, if they don't even check it, Automatic could be the one to solve this whole problem. Stewie's going to be vulnerable to Taz, and he's suddenly realizing, wait a minute, guys, they're gone. They've got to be in the B site. They're here somewhere. That's where Stewie is, but now Automatic goes. He's still walking in behind. Bomb's been dropped temporarily. There's 8 seconds. Automatic's here. He's going to deny it, and that's the round. Cloud9, they don't have to do anything further. They've got the 6th round so long as Stewie doesn't die, and Taz won't find him in time.
3 versus 2. We were hoping this game was going to erupt. Cloud9 holding strong in the 3 versus 2. Actually getting in behind them as well. That's Automatic. I saw it as soon as Stewie got that first AWP frag. He drops an incendiary on the bomb side as well. That was a key factor. And then it had to be a poor plant in towards the open. Automatic times it very nicely indeed. And it will be 12-6 here. Cloud9 find one back. It's going to be round number 19 here. We do have a buy available for VP. They have got AKs, Tech 9s, and they're looking to go aggressive here. Shout out towards main is Taz. By himself for now. Still have a few smokes to use. He's just trying to work that first pick, and he's going to have an opportunity if he takes a headshot and return through the wall.
Well, now they know exactly where he is, so utility put in his position. The Flames And the kill coming in from nothing. No smoke left, right, either side yet toward that Ivy position from Virtus.pro to try and force out a rotation. Good push back in though. Snacks, he's got a Tech 9 kill onto automatic, but nothing's there to avenge his teammate. Shroud this time does have the smoke, so now we're seeing it from Virtus.pro again. Remember last round it started so well, but it works perfectly again from Pasha. It's responded. And it's a man advantage. Neo's gonna try and slip back in here and get closer to his teammate though, and they can start pinching and pushing Shroud around. Flex the muscles and bully him out of position to try and find an opening, and Neo's gotten well and truly inside of the site. Ticket booth boost. He's gonna spot, but gets taken down in turn. It's Stewie from a distance from a Mag 7. That's actually quite impressive. Drops the bomb temporarily, and Bialy's gonna try and grab that quickly, but can't do anything of it because Stewie's wrapped back round, and Mag 7 gets 2 kills. It's 7 rounds now for Cloud9. Keep counting because it's starting to close up.
Yeah, all of a sudden we might have a game on our hands here. Cloud9 managing to string some rounds together here on the CT side. VP doesn't look like they'll be forcing into this situation. Another partial buy, keep the money around the 2K mark. So Tech 9s, smokes, Molotovs, they're still going to be very deadly with these weapons, but still a chance for Cloud9 to start stringing rounds together here. The Orb's back out for Skadoodle. Stewie sticking on the Mag 7 for now. It looks like maybe a full smoke execution here. They are queuing up towards the dumpster area, so the smokes have been deployed towards outer. Do they use this quickly? It looks like the bomb's actually going towards inside, so what's the play? Stewie is alone just with that Mag 7. They need to be very careful here. 4 players for the CTs towards outer still, nothing considering the options. Stewie is going up towards the ladder as well. This kill could be huge.
He's in position for it. It's the Mag 7 again. He's dropped back down though. They might have heard that, you know, because they are pretty close. And they're going to catch him, but they don't get the kill. 23 HP. He can stay alive in this. Skadoodle, meanwhile, has picked up 1 onto Snacks. Bialy's going to try and be the man that walks in. We saw Taz do this last time and catch them off. He's actually going quick toward the smoke. And with the bomb down, they're pushing quite far forward. This will hold them up. This should play into Bialy's hands. Shroud, though, he's got a read on it. And he's going to at least push Bialy back. That'll give them time to get the defuse. Pretty straightforward. He can do nothing of it from this position. Try and just get some additional money spent from Cloud9 by getting further kills, but round over. 12-8 now.
Well then, VP do get the bomb down. It was quite an impressive display of getting the bomb down. That's all they really wanted to get out of that round. Didn't invest in armor, just some nades and upgraded pistols. The objective was outside, smokes going down, pull all the rotations towards that outer area. Bomb to go down. They did find a kill on Stewie, but Cloud9 being disciplined, didn't get carried away in that situation, sticking together and nothing, finding some nice calm frags there towards the inside area as well. 12-8. Gap certainly starting to close here as well, and Cloud9 on the favoured side certainly bounce back into this game. Double orbs on both sides though. Skadoodle and Stewie proving to be a formidable duo. It's going to be the same story for Snacks and Pasha though. To go into the full default, they have got Pasha and Bialy working towards Ivy, but look at this upper position. Snacks facing off against Stewie. Stewie doesn't want to overcommit to this one. He knows there's definitely a potential of the terrors waiting for them on the other side.
He's just going to change his angle as well and get a smoke out in that position. No need to address it. Play in tandem inside of the site. We talked about the terrorist side, them looking better as a unit. They're going to try and basically take the same approach on A right now with 4 players over in that direction. And Skadoodle throwing that smoke has gone for a rotation back around what Moses refers to as the outback behind all those alleyways. Just going to slow them, but it is Passion, Bialy that want this position. Additional smoke on A main. Starts to dissipate, dissolve, and Snacks can see above it with that AWP. There's about another 3 or 4 seconds before that's completely open, and then they start to have to make a move. Skadoodle's changed again. He's going to give this to them. They've got a chance to walk entirely behind. Now the question is that enticing enough for them to try and take bomb around and potentially split on B? If stays toward Pop Dog, if they can't find the opening, well, that answers it. They're going to start rushing in now. Smoke's there. Shroud knows it. He's got the damage in. He's got the headshot. As Bialy will fall, it's automatic that actually steals that out from under the barrel of his gun, but it doesn't matter. It's Cloud9 with what kill, but immediately after, Virtus.pro fight 2, and what a shot from Pasha. Nothing goes down on the train, and finally they get around. They're on 13. It took a while to get the T side rolling, but that one certainly was convincing.
Yeah, slow and steady round there from VP, running the full default at the start, going for the Ivy control as well. You can see they smoked out Shroud. He wasn't panicking in that stage. Skadoodle was called in for the rotation towards the backtracks, but unable to land that shot. He has to fall back, and that's when VP pounce. They lose 1 frag in the process as well, but the Orbs, double Orb setup no less on the T side, works out tremendously well for them, finding all the frags in a complete flurry there. And considering Cloud9 has strung a few rounds together here, they actually are quite broken. You see a Scouts coming out for Shroud, a Max 7 for Stewie. They're lacking in kits, and the grenades aren't really there either. They lose this could be it.
Interesting thing is that Stewie's playing that Mag 7 on the inside side. We know Snacks will use it frequently.
You said a pop dog, right?
Exactly. That's the difference. It's a very tight angle. So it's a much different approach from Stewie to try and do this. He's used it a few times so far in the half, but usually when they've got an economic situation that's sustainable. This time it's almost desperation and Snacks. Lovely pick towards Shroud at the hitch. Does get tagged up in return, but still manages to lag automatic. That's enough for Taz to come through and close out the kill. Yeah, he's just going to wait inside A. He's wrapped around from Ivy, and well, you said it, Cloud9, they've got a few rounds. They looked good, but they've lost the momentum again now, and things starting to slowly slip.
Yeah, it's a full reset. They're only going to have $1,900 going to the next round, so it'll be 14-8, or potentially a full eco match. It's going to be very intense for them. What's the decision here? They've already used the pause as well, so we'll see what they can bring to the table in the next round. It won't be much. It's the option of taking the full eco and allowing VP to go to map point, or you go for the force buy and have a range of upgraded pistols, maybe a shotgun, just about, maybe a scout. You feel like Virtus Pro, they've been dominating throughout this training campaign. Cloud9 did come back to life in the second half, but after winning both pistols, it feels like it's going to be a 16-8 score. I'm just judging by what the money we have got left for Cloud9. Stewie saves a mag 7, something to work with at least. But playing towards that inner area, it feels like it's not going to have a huge amount of impact considering VP have the double orb set up. It's unlikely they'll go towards inside. They'll probably just run the defaults once again, pushing pressure towards Ivy and trying to see whether they're going to stick towards main with Snacks. He's hitting every single shot right now as well, so why not just stick to that mentality?
Absolutely. Double up set up T-side, why not? I mean, Pasha.
It's working so well, right?
Yep, and I imagine Pasha is going to go down toward Ivy to try and utilize that against Shroud, who only has a pistol. They haven't even gone for the army. They're playing the long game.
Yeah, they're going for overtime here then. So it's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's the lesser of two evils at this one point. What do you want to do? So they are going to try and grind out 7 rounds in a row. Obviously, they still can win this. Nothing does get the early headshot, but taken down pretty quickly. It's 2 kills in return for VP.
And Taz already elevated inside of the site on the white Tran. He's going to cross over quad, but it leaves automatic to slip behind the smoke in around him, but he's got Neo down in a position with bomb. He's also picked up a gun on this. So they have an AK to work with. They have pulled back at least 1 kill on Skadoodle, but he's in such a tight position. Look at them. They're both here.
They've got the AWP.
But there's 2 Molotovs. And exactly that. One lands, they're already pushed back. And they have to fight inside of it. Stewie gets 1 kill at least, but he's now got a tough task. There's still another Molotov to push them off that bomb. There it comes. Nade out. This one doesn't go quite as far, though, so he's got a bit of a chance here, but he misses that first shot. That's going to bring the second player closer, and they can peek together, and Pasha's going to put them on to map point. Map point in the championship series, the first map, and Virtus Pro, they want to strike first and make sure they take the momentum into the map, too, and try and wrap it up quickly.
Well, then round number 24, 15-8, like I said, 7 rounds in a row required for Cloud9 to take it to overtime. It's a tall order, but certainly not impossible. 5 M4s, no open Skadoodle, of course. They have got 1 kit. Wants to play here. Do they go aggressive? They push towards Ivy. They're trying to find that first pick. They're up against him now. And Taz, he doesn't look like he's messing around here. Will be flashing out towards main entrance. And Snacks comes in towards Pot Dog as well. The initial smokes are there to slow him down, but there's definitely grounds to move as they commence the default here. 4 players towards outer. Heavy rifle setup. Let's see if they can hold them off. It's quite an aggressive setup from the CDs as well. Playing by E-Box, trying to play in front of any potential smokes here. Bialy towards the end of Ivy. Feel like they're about to pounce here.
Smoke off to the left. Push out to the right. There's a slight gap in that. But Skadoodle's not playing in such a position to take advantage of it. He's trying to allow them to push around all the way. And a secondary smoke comes out from the CT side to try and slow down this push. Design play that Virtus Pro love to run. Neo, meanwhile, he'll start to look inside, see if he can push the CTs back, get any information, try and get a call that's going to be more favorable, and best case scenario, find a pick.
Time ticking away. We hit the 50-second mark. Smoke still available for the terrorists here. Still working towards Ivy. They know Shroud likes to play in this right-hand position. They're going to actually take the smoke away from him now as they go towards the backtracks. Once again, Skadoodle has to watch it. This time hasn't got the orb. He's got the M4 in hand. And he's been nailing this first shot. He's up against the orb, though. Can he nail it? He actually can't. Pasha takes him down. It's going to be the 5-on-4. Shroud doing what he can for the smoke. Does decent damage, but the terrorists have got control of the backtracks. Nothing rotating in, though. Does take down Pasha in return.
So nothing's going to slow this, but Stewie, good push! Youthful Stewart 2000's going to give some life to Cloud9 as Automatic comes back around and we get the 9th round for them. A good push laid in and Virtus Pro get caught off guard by it. They're still on map point. They've still got the money advantage. And although they're not great, to be fair, they are going to buy in. They've basically got this round and then they're broken. So Cloud9, if they can pull this off, They'll have a chance to get up toward 11 quite quickly, but it's still a tall order to climb from this hill.
Absolutely. Stewie 2K took a risk, pushed towards inside, and finds a double kill as well there. VP very slow in that round, trying to find that kill towards the backtrack. Works out for them as well, but good rotations, nothing with the great awareness towards that area. Lands the first shot, funnels them towards inside, and falls apart for VP there. No orbs this time. They've been running that double orb setup on the T side, but this time it will be 5 AKs. That suggests more of an execution mentality here. Neo has got control of the upper halls inside. This battle towards Ivy. Shroud is doing a decent job of doing damage and staying alive, but not necessarily finding the picks. This is how VP have been getting control of this area time and time again.
So Crossfire set with nothing in auto. I mean, Shroud is quite far removed on his own back toward Ivy. Taz and Neo. That's the pair on the other side for Virtus Pro, waiting top of the ladder. And they're trying to bleed out the CTs as much as possible, Virtus Pro, and find early mistakes from Cloud9, and they themselves trying to play a very disciplined game, but they've run out of smokes. So this is where they can start to get the pushes in, because Cloud9 can't do much to deter it. An automatic going toward the hitch. He's actually given up the front side as deconnector. He's got no idea. They push down. This has to be it. Surely in a 4 versus 2 as they get so close into the site. Skadoodle, he's going to rotate around. AWP. Oh,
no.
No. The timing. He had a perfect lineup, and he elects not to go for it. The flash comes out, and it's going to cost him his life in the end. It's down to just Stewie, and that, I'm afraid, is going to be the writing on the wall. The first map to the team that's definitely taken everything away from Cloud9 in the history in the past. They've got Train. It was their map, and convincingly, I have to say, a very poor T-side from Cloud9 to start things off made it very difficult for them to ever get into the game.
They made it a competitive game in the second half, some of the key players arriving there, but you felt like it was only going in one direction. Virtus Pro with an absolute masterclass there on Train. Finished it off in quite a tremendous fashion as well, actually dropping the full array of smokes towards outside, getting control to connector before first blood was drawn as well. They had control of that situation time and time again. 16-9 will be the first score on Train, and that was actually the pick of Cloud9 as well. So, moving on to Cobble. Do they have anything left in the tank here? So far, they haven't convinced me in terms of that flair, what we're used to seeing from them throughout this tournament.
The one thing I will say on Cobble, and you talked about the attacking unit, to be sure that Cloud9 played together. That's one thing they're very good at on the drop room.
Yeah.
And it's very simple, it's very fundamental, it's black and white, but it's a brawling style, and it's convincing if they can find the kills. Automatic's another guy I look at in that position because he on the entry has added a lot, and that map last week, he added the most, I think, to make sure that they can pick that up. So we'll see if they can. Cloud9 NACS in a final, but they've got to turn up on the second map. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll see if that's it. Virtus Pro can wrap it up, or Cloud9 will come back.